Welcome to KMVC News. I'm Maria Lopez. Missouri Valley College is continuing to raise funds for a new on-campus health professions building with a grant from the Sunderland Foundation. KMVC's Austin Bolin reports the effort received another boost.
Missouri Valley College announced that the Sunderland Foundation awarded MVC with a $1 million grant for the construction of the new health professions facility. The Sunderland Foundation funds construction projects by awarding grants to nonprofits in the Kansas City region. Lisa Polofsky worked with Missouri Valley as a grant writer to help with the fundraising process. Polofsky says that Missouri Valley's goals align with the Sunderland Foundation's mission.
The Sunderland Foundation here in town has been unbelievably generous and supportive of organizations in our community, and this was really a good fit.
Polofsky and her firm helped Missouri Valley put in a number of donation and grant requests for the project. This particular grant from the Sunderland Foundation was one of the largest contributions made for the project. Polofsky says this is an important project for MVC and the community.
The pandemic has devastated the nursing profession as well as other medical providers' profession, and establishing a nursing school in particularly, I think, is really a priority right now.
Missouri Valley College expects the fundraising process to be complete by the end of this year. The health professions facility will be used for the School of Nursing and other health-related programs. Austin Bolin, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley has raised $2 million for the project thanks to the Sunderland Foundation grant and the lead gift from Don and Julie Julin. Missouri Valley College is participating in the Irish American Scholars Program, giving students an opportunity to continue their education on the Emerald Isle. The Irish American Scholars Program provides a tuition-free opportunity for qualified students to study abroad at one of the 5 universities in Northern Ireland for 1 or 2 semesters.
There's only 3 qualifications you have to apply. You have to be a U.S. student, you have to be a sophomore or a junior, and have a 3.2 GPA. This opportunity is very important for students, and it will be very beneficial. You can go actually to another country tuition-free and study there.
It is an easy way to experience a different culture going outside the United States. Students who qualified for this opportunity should apply as soon as possible to make this experience true. Students would be abroad during the fall 2022 semester. Missouri Valley's active COVID-19 case count is down 1 from last week's show. MVC is reporting 3 active cases on campus, representing 0.17% of the overall population. Missouri Valley's active case count has remained in the low single digits since late September. With a 6-game losing streak and with a ranked Baker team coming to the Marshall next week, Missouri Valley was hoping to end the streak and get its first Heart of American Athletic Conference win against Mid-American Nazarene. The Pioneers were also winless in conference play heading into Saturday's action. Valley found itself down early once again, this time this result of a bizarre play. The Vikings were trying to punt. The ball was snapped over punter Robert Consola's head, but he was able to track down the ball, pick it up, and still punt it away. But MNU's Cameron Finley picked up the punt and ran 60 yards for the touchdown to give the Pioneers an early 7-0 lead. The Vikings tied it at 7 on a pass from Darian Cole to Jeremiah Bryant. Cole was 13 of 28 with a 3 touchdown. It was also a big day for Bryant, who tied the game at 14 with a 23-yard run early in the second. Bryant had 3 touchdowns on the afternoon. Later in the second, Valley takes its first lead since the William Penn game in late September on a pass from Cole to Keenan Young. Bryant scored later to give the Vikings a 2-touchdown lead, but the Pioneers scored in 25 seconds, and Valley led at the break 28-21. MNU took a 35-28 lead late into the fourth before MVC tied it on a cold pass to Khalil Dampier with 1:15 to go. The Pioneers scored on their overtime possession, but the Vikings couldn't answer. Cole was picked off, and Missouri Valley falls in overtime, 42-35. Valley is now 0-4 in conference with Baker coming to town. The game kicks at 1 and coverage is on the Vikings Sport Network. Saturday's football game also featured Therapy Alpha's Pink Out game. The stands were decorated in pink ribbons, balloons, and shirts were sold during the game to support breast cancer research. The sorority is spreading breast cancer awareness around campus and the community. All of the proceeds from the shirts were donated to support breast cancer research. The Missouri Valley College men's soccer team made the heart of American Athletic Conference tournament as a 2-seed and pitting the Vikings against the 7th-seeded Park Pirates. The Pirates beat the Vikings 2-1 to open the conference season in September. Missouri Valley started quickly. Luka Glusevic scored in the 6th minute to give Valley a lead it would not relinquish. That's the 3rd goal for last season NAIA Player of the Year. Valley State Richards made it 2-0 in the 29th minute, and Mike Moser scored a pair of goals in the final 4 minutes of the first half. Moser has 6 goals in his last 2 games and leads the team with 11 on the year. All of the scoring came in the first half, and Valley advanced to the Herd semifinals on the Tuesday when the Vikings played Mount Mercy. The game starts at 7 with coverage on the Vikings Sports Network. The Missouri Valley women's soccer team is a 2-seed in the heart of American postseason tournament for the first time, earning the Vikings at 8 with the 7th-seed Mid-American Nazarene Pioneers. Valley defeated MNU 5-1 10 days before Saturday quarterfinals. Valentina Cardoso scored 6 minutes in to give Valley a 1-0 lead, but the night belonged to Paula Sanabria. The backline defenseman scored 3 second-half goals to put the game away, the last ones coming on a penalty kick with less than 2 minutes to play. She has 5 goals in the season. The Vikings win 4-0 and advance to Wednesday's semifinal match against 3-seed Benedictine. That kicks at 7 and coverage is on the Vikings Sport Network. The Missouri Valley women's basketball team's home schedule opened on the 6th. As the first Vikings host on non-conference for Friends University from the KCAC. The Vikings start quickly, racing to a 24-7 first quarter lead, but the offense went cold and Friends chipped away until finally winning the game 67-60. Valley forced 25 turnovers, but also committed 25 turnovers in the loss. The Falcons had 3 players in double digits in scoring, led by Taylor Jackson's 20 off the bench. Jackson also had 15 rebounds. Valley is now 1-2 on the season and plays Hannibal LaGrange Tuesday night. The Missouri Valley men's basketball team opened the season with a couple of the road trips, beating Avila on the 2nd and Friends on the 5th before falling to 16th-ranked Oklahoma Wesleyan on the 6th. The 2-on-1 Vikings have 3 players averaging more than 11 points per game, led by newcomers TJ Wallans and Tamarcus Butler with 13.7 per game. The Vikings host Hannibal LaGrange as part of a doubleheader Tuesday. Tip-off is 7:30. The athletes at Missouri Valley College aren't the only ones generating success with the skill on their hands. KMVC's Courtney Cole reports on the students putting the fine in his fine motor skills.
Missouri Valley art student Carson Rauschenberg says what truly made him get into the world of art was origami.
I like soft things. Sometimes I'd consider it beauty for the sake of beauty. I like smooth canvases, just packing as much detail as I can into something and really just getting high quality things.
Lots of Rauschenberg inspirations come from the Danish Golden Era. When it comes to selling his art, he usually is a part of the school's art sales.
I'm in a lot of the school shows. I'll have my senior show next semester near finals, so I have that to look forward to. There's been a couple art sales here and there. I've also been in a couple local shows. So most recently there was a community bank at the Bank of Commerce, I think, and they had they put up some of my stuff.
Rauschenberg says he is still indecisive on what he wants to do after his undergrad. As for his options, he is thinking about going to grad school for art restoration or even pursue professorship. Courtney Cole, KMVC News.
Rosensberg graduated in May and is having his senior art show next semester. The Missouri Valley College Music Theater Ensemble had its first live performance of the season. The ensemble performed Now Hear This, which is a new musical tackling life's big question with some humor and humanity. KMVC's Adam Bagling reports.
The Music Theater Ensemble spent a lot of time preparing for their first live performance, meaning 3 days a week, for an hour and a half only learning the script lines and music. The week leading up to the show, the music ensemble class had 4-hour rehearsals every night, making sure everything goes as planned. Theater and music major Kaylee Herring says having a live audience brings a certain type of energy to the show.
It's really fun. There's a certain energy that the audience is able to give. You're able to hear what jokes are landing and what moments really hit with the audience. Usually that's with applause, but it's also just with the general energy of the theater. And so it's really nice to get that feedback that we weren't able to get for so long.
Theater major Malaya Venerable says having an audience helped her engage in the music more.
To actually have a live performance, because when we had nobody, we were just kind of singing. It was like practice. We were just singing to ourselves, really. So having an audience it's easier to engage and feel the music more. So
Venerable says that the show came faster than she expected, and they worked extremely hard on their performance. Adam Balkin, KMVC News.
KMVC Music Theater Ensemble held its shows from the 4th through the 6th. The next fine arts production is the Music Theater Ensemble, November 18th through the 20th. And that's KMVC News for this week. I'm Maria Lopez. Thanks for watching.